Wcag. Web Content Accessibility Guidelines is a globally recognized set of guidelines developed to ensure that web content is accessible to people with disabilities. Accessibility is not just a legal requirement, but also a way to create a more inclusive online experience for everyone. The Web Content Accessibility Guidelines, WCAG, are a set of guidelines developed by the Web Accessibility Initiative, WAI, of the World Wide Web Consortium, W3C. These guidelines provide a framework for creating accessible web content that is usable by people with disabilities. The primary goal of WCAG is to make web content more perceivable, operable, understandable, and robust for a wide range of users, including those with visual, auditory, cognitive, and motor disabilities. The specific purposes of WCAG include inclusion and equal access. WCAG aims to eliminate barriers that prevent people with disabilities from fully participating in the digital world. It strives to provide equal access to information, products, and services, regardless of an individual's abilities. Legal and regulatory compliance. In many regions, there are legal and regulatory requirements that mandate web accessibility. WCAG serves as a comprehensive set of internationally recognized standards that organizations can follow to meet these legal obligations. User experience improvement. The guidelines not only benefit people with disabilities, but also contribute to a better overall user experience for all users. Following WCAG often leads to cleaner, more structured content, improved navigation, and a more consistent design, benefiting everyone who interacts with the content. Technological innovation. WCAG encourages the development of accessible technologies and design practices, promoting innovation that benefits people with disabilities and the broader population. It ensures that new technologies are designed with accessibility in mind from the outset. Social responsibility. Making digital content accessible is a matter of social responsibility and ethical consideration. WCAG helps create a more inclusive digital environment, fostering a sense of empathy and understanding toward people with disabilities. Business and market opportunities. Creating accessible content can expand an organization's reach by accommodating a larger audience, including individuals with disabilities. It can lead to increased user engagement, customer loyalty, and potential new markets. Educational and awareness building. WCAG serves as an educational tool, raising awareness about the challenges faced by people with disabilities when using digital content. By highlighting the importance of accessibility, it encourages designers, developers, and content creators to think critically about their design choices. 4 principles of WCAG. Perceivable. Information and user interface components must be presented in a way that users can perceive using their available senses, whether it's sight, hearing, or touch. This principle emphasizes making content understandable to various sensory abilities. Key aspects include providing text alternatives for non-text content, such as images and multimedia, offering captions and transcripts for audio and video content, and ensuring that content can be presented in different ways without losing its meaning. Operable. User interface components and navigation must be operable by all users, including those who use keyboards or assistive technologies. This principle focuses on making content navigable and interactive for a diverse range of users. Examples of operable practices include keyboard accessibility, providing enough time for users to read and interact with content, avoiding content that could trigger seizures or discomfort, and ensuring consistent and predictable navigation. Understandable. Information and operation of the user interface must be understandable, helping users comprehend the content and how to interact with it. This principle aims to eliminate confusion and enhance user comprehension. It involves using clear and simple language, organizing content logically, providing helpful error messages, and guiding users in correcting any mistakes they make. Robust. Content must be robust and compatible, ensuring that it can be reliably interpreted by a wide range of user agents, such as web browsers and assistive technologies, present and future. This principle focuses on the longevity of accessibility by encouraging the use of standardized technologies and coding practices that ensure content remains accessible as technology evolves. Wcag conformance levels. Level A, minimum. Conformance at Level A indicates that the website or content meets the most basic accessibility requirements. Achieving Level A conformance ensures that some of the most fundamental barriers for people with disabilities are addressed. However, it doesn't cover all possible accessibility issues. This level is a starting point and should be considered the minimum standard for accessibility. Level AA, intermediate. Conformance at Level AA is a more comprehensive standard. Meeting Level AA requirements means that the website or content not only addresses the basic accessibility barriers, but also provides a significantly improved accessible experience. Level AA includes a broader range of guidelines and success criteria, making the content more usable for a wider variety of users, including those with disabilities. Level AAA, highest. Conformance at Level AAA represents the highest level of accessibility. Achieving Level AAA indicates that the website or content goes above and beyond to provide an extremely accessible experience. This level includes a more extensive set of guidelines and success criteria, covering an even wider range of potential accessibility barriers. While Level AAA conformance is ideal, it can be challenging to achieve for all types of content. Common accessibility practices. Semantic HTML. Use proper HTML elements to structure content. Use headings, H1, H2, H3, etc., to create a logical hierarchy, aiding users in understanding the content's structure. Text alternatives. Provide alternative text, alt text, for images, icons, and other non-text elements. This helps screen readers convey the content's meaning to users who cannot see the visual content. Keyboard accessibility. Ensure that all interactive elements like buttons and forms can be operated using a keyboard alone. Avoid relying solely on mouse interactions. Focus indicators. Make sure interactive elements have a visible focus indicator. This helps keyboard users understand where they are in the content and which element is currently active. Color contrast. Maintain sufficient contrast between text and background colors to make content readable for users with low vision. Tools like color contrast checkers can help you ensure compliance. Audio and video. Provide captions, transcripts, and audio descriptions for multimedia content to make it accessible to users with hearing or visual impairments. Form labels and instructions. Use clear and descriptive labels for form fields. Provide instructions for filling out forms and ensure that error messages are clear and helpful. Keyboard shortcuts. If using keyboard shortcuts, ensure they don't interfere with assistive technologies or browser shortcuts, and provide a way to disable or customize them. Readable fonts and typography. Choose fonts that are easily readable and scalable. Use appropriate font sizes and line spacing to enhance legibility. Skip to content link. Include a skip to main content link at the beginning of the page to allow screen reader users to skip repetitive navigation elements. Semantic links. Use descriptive link text that provides context about the linked content. Avoid using generic terms like "click here." Resize and zoom compatibility. Design layouts that work well when zoomed in or when text is enlarged. Avoid fixed-width layouts that might break at larger font sizes. Focusable elements. Avoid making non-interactive elements, like divs and spans, focusable, as this can confuse keyboard users. Only interactive elements should be focusable. Contrast and readability. Choose fonts, colors, and background contrasts that enhance readability for all users, including those with visual impairments. Error handling. Provide clear and concise error messages in forms, along with suggestions on how to correct the errors. Consistent navigation. Maintain a consistent navigation structure across the website to help users predict how to find and interact with content. Resizable text. Ensure that all text on the website can be resized without loss of content or functionality. Testing with assistive technologies. Regularly test your content with screen readers, keyboard navigation, and other assistive technologies to identify and address accessibility issues. User testing. Involve people with disabilities in user testing to gather feedback and insights on the accessibility of your content. Accessibility statements. Provide an accessibility statement on your website that explains your commitment to accessibility, the level of compliance you've achieved, and how users can contact you for assistance.